officer from Glendale now off the force after what happened here.
What is going on inside the Glendale Police Department? This disturbing body camera video just released showing an officer tasing a mentally disabled man and beating him in the head until he bleeds.
The video is from June 13th and the officer involved has resigned. It's another abuse of force inside Glendale PD, a department put under FBI investigation after ABC 15's reports.
We have already revealed video of Glendale officers tasing a man nearly a dozen times, including once in the groin.
Also, officers immediately tasering a man in the chest with his hands raised over a bike theft.
As you watch this video, please keep this in mind. The Glendale Police Department almost unanimously approved of what this officer did to this man. He's an officer that the department kept on the force despite years of problems, including problems with dishonesty and dangerous conduct. Now a warning, what you're about to watch is difficult to see. The Glendale officer is walking up to this car.
Hello, sir.
Not because of a crime, but for a welfare check.
You okay?
A man seen sleeping in the driver's seat.
I was waiting on my friend to get home and I fell asleep.
Okay.
They were worried because I had my windows up. I was scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared that people would
Okay.
hurt me.
What's your name, sir?
My name's David.
The officer is Joshua Carroll. It's quickly apparent David is disabled and scared. He repeats himself for several minutes.
I didn't mean to cause you problems.
You're not causing me any problems.
During the incident, David repeatedly asked to leave the car so he can use the bathroom.
Can I go?
Not right now, sir.
Can I go?
No.
But Carroll won't let him.
I'm in the bathroom really bad and I don't like to go in my pants.
I don't want you to go in
I
your pants.
don't like to go in my pants. Why are you doing this to me?
David, what's your last name?
Why?
What am I doing to you?
You're making it so I can't go to the bathroom right now. I want.
And this is when things get difficult to watch.
Why?
Hey,
Where's my phone at?
David, do me a favor. Do me a favor, David. Stop reaching around, okay? Because I don't know what kind of stuff you got in the car.
I don't have anything in my car. I'm looking for my phone. I want to call my friend and see if he's home yet.
There's no need to call your friend right now. I just need to know who you are.
Why you just not telling me things? You're not telling me something. Would you stop it? Would you stop? Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm scared. Lady, will you call somebody, please? Please. I don't have nothing, sir.
Okay.
I don't have nothing.
Fair enough.
Let me go to see my friend.
Put your hands on the steering wheel for me.
Will you please let me go see my friend?
Put your hands. Stay in the car. Put your hands on the.
Let me go see
Stay in
my
the car.
Please.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Turn around and stay in the car.
I gotta go to the bathroom really
Stay in the
bad.
car.
Please let me go see my friend. I gotta go to
Stay in the
bathroom
car.
really bad. You're not
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
You can't hear me. Why?
Step it up.
Why? Huh? Why? Would you?
Stop.
Ow, stop! Don't hurt me!
Stop
Don't
right
hurt
now.
me.
Stop.
Don't hurt me!
Stop.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Don't do that! Why are you gonna shoot me?
Stop it right
Why are you
now.
gonna shoot me? Give it!
Get out of the car! Now! Get out of the car! Out of the car! Now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Damn it, let go of me! Ow!
Stop resisting! Put your
I can't! Oh my God! Stop it! I'm not doing anything to you! Will you stop it? Please stop it!
resisting!
I'm not!
Yes, you are! Stop
You're
it!
trying to hurt me! Damn it, quit, please hurt me!
During an internal investigation, Glendale's Use of Force Board unanimously voted that all of Officer Carroll's actions were justified and within policy, except for one, when he struck David in the head with his taser. Again, this moment right here. Carroll resigned in lieu of termination, but he wasn't set to be fired just because of this one case. This was just the last one of many. Records show in the past 3 years, Carroll has been disciplined 6 times. That includes issues of dishonesty. And just months before this new abuse of force, Carroll got in trouble for advising an officer trainee during a pursuit to violate policy by increasing his speed to over 100 miles per hour and not stopping for red lights. During the same pursuit, Carroll also fired a rifle round at a suspect, putting civilians at risk. For all that, Glendale gave him just a written reprimand. Bottom line, Glendale kept Carroll on the force for years despite repeated problems. And now, after this incident, and while under intense scrutiny because of our investigation and the FBI's, they finally forced him to resign.
It's something that concerned witnesses too, saying they believed the officer's actions were excessive.
Please stop hurting me.
A responding officer said Delaney expressed several times he didn't know why he was in custody. And after the incident, an officer at the hospital noted Delaney had some sort of mental health or cognitive problem and communicated like a child. Officer Carroll told his sergeant he thought this was a ruse, even saying just because somebody says I'm handicapped, that he's gotten into some knockout, drag-out fights with special needs kids when he worked as a school resource officer. Delaney later told a detective he had a learning disability as a child. When asked about the altercation, Officer Carroll told his sergeant he delivered blow after blow after blow to Delaney's head while Delaney said, "You're hurting me." Carroll told his sergeant, "No offense, but that was exactly what I was trying to do, was to get that pain compliance."
Officer Carroll's prior discipline includes inaccuracies on his resume during a promotion process, being out of social media policy, and violating policy during a pursuit. Officer Carroll resigned August 31st, 2 weeks after a police commander wrote to the assistant chief suggesting they fire